Alright everyone, so we're going to be doing a review on my brand new 2023 Honda Rancher, and it's the independent one, so it's the independent IRS. Literally just picked it up, took it for a little spin, went up the road a little bit with it. We're going to be doing a review, a little walk around about it. I'm going to have more riding impressions. Haven't drove one of these in a while. Let me shut it off. It's kind of loud. I was letting it run and trying to burn off some of the, they get bad smells in them. But yeah, like I said, it's a 23 Honda Rancher with the independent rear suspension. So these guys don't have the solid front axle. And this one had, instead of having a big drum brake, which is cool, not really, outdated. This one has an inboard disc brake. Stock tires, kind of crummy. I can already tell they're going to be an issue with holes and stuff like that. I don't know how good they're going to be with giving traction and stuff like that. But like I said, I haven't rode one of these in, oops, sorry, my gimbal's a little wonk. I haven't rode one of these in a long time. Has these special racks, you can buy attachments for it. Got a little toolbox here. Comes with a little tire plug kit, or I don't know if that's a plug kit or if it's just a wrench. This is the, if your electronic shift ever fails, you can go through the side maintenance thing and stick this guy in there and still shift it to get it back if you know, if there's ever a maintenance issue with the electronic shift. But they've been pretty good. I've heard some people had problems, issues with them. The system's been out a long time, so not really a big deal. Yeah, it's not the fastest machine. This is a 420. They make a Foreman and a Rubicon, which just has more goodies on it. But I think they're built on the same chassis. Don't quote me on that, but I was looking at them in the showroom. It looks like it uses everything the same. Maybe front differential might be different. Looks like it's bigger because it's a locker. Look, I still have all the emissions tags on it and stuff. Let's turn this guy on. Hello. Hello, Honda. Full tank of gas. There's a little button here. I haven't played with this. Time's wrong. It's got 2 miles on it, so they took it for a little ride, and I just took it for like a mile ride up the road. Well, I got 27 miles on the trip. So, temperature, hour meter. I got 100 miles to my first maintenance. So your first scheduled maintenance is 100 miles. I think they put fluid changes and just check everything over. But yeah, brakes seem really good on it. I was actually surprised when I first hit them. I mean, being that everything is new, you know, they're going to be a little bitey at first until they wear in. But yeah, it's got a little storage compartment up here. It's kind of small and useless. I don't know what you'd put in there. Maybe a rope or a tow strap. Or if you put a winch on, maybe a couple hooks or something. I'm not entirely sure. But they haven't changed much on these. And this is the little access port. They said this is the maintenance port for plugging stuff in. You got your rad, your coolant, reservoir. So yeah, this doesn't have a locker, but it is four-wheel drive. The only option this one doesn't have, I guess, is the electronic shift, which I'm not going to miss. I'm not really too worried about the electronic shift. But I can look down in here. Got a little tank here. At least it's high up. I mean, this is all plastic in the front. It's got a little bumper and stuff. I mean, I don't know how crazy you guys want to get with smashing over trees and stuff. I mean, it's a Honda, so their reliability is second to none. It says it was manufactured 3/23. So it's literally, was it August? So it's not even that old. Here's that port I was telling you about. I guess this is where you put the oil in. Yeah, here's your oil dipstick. Solid shafts. This guy is... If any of you guys know about Honda four-wheelers, they don't change much on them. I think this design with the independent came out in 2014 or something. 15 or 16, I don't know exactly. But Honda doesn't change much on these machines. They're not the fastest machine. The 420, fuel injected, single cylinder. It makes, where I looked up, like 26 horsepower. It's not a lot. It's not crazy. I think the Can-Am 500s, new ones, make 38, which is like night and day, but Can-Ams are fun. I've rode a lot of them. A lot of friends have them and everything. You know, Polaris's are fun. They make more power, but they're just not as reliable. Honda, you know what you're getting. They didn't change this design. Parts are a lot cheaper for Hondas than they are some of them. And while I was there at the thing, I was talking with a guy. He needed a swing arm bearing. The bearing went in a swing arm for his Can-Am. Brand new machine. Out of warranty. Brand new enough to be out of warranty. I think he said it was a year and a half old or something. And $1,200 for parts, labor. And the parts are on, like, back order. He needed some bearings and differential for the back. I mean, you buy one of these machines, you want to ride it. So, you don't want breakdowns. Yeah, it ain't the best, fastest machine out there. I just had it going 45. It's not even broken in yet. I think they'll do about 55. It's a four-wheeler. You're meant to drive them on the roads. Like, the thing handles so terrible. It's like so shaky, when it's so twitchy when you're riding on the road, because it's not made for pavement. It's made for trails, dirt roads, off-roading. You know, this isn't a blasting around in the dunes machine or anything. This is a four-wheel drive machine that you can tow a little trailer with, use it for work, and still hit the trail and have a fun time. And that's why I went with the Honda Rancher. My brother owned one when the first 420s first came out, and he had one. And it was very reliable. It was electronic shift, no issues. The only issue was he couldn't make his payments, and his girlfriend had it repoed because it was half in her name and they broke up. So that was the only thing you got to worry about, is making your payments with a Honda. They're extremely reliable, bulletproof, well-known design. They don't change much. I wish they would bump this. I wish they'd bump this up a little bit. Maybe not a 420, maybe a 450, a 460, and then take the Foreman, which is a 520 or something, 510 or whatever it is. Bump that up a little bit. Maybe put a little more compression into it. A little bit different piston or something. Give it a little bit more power, because the engines need a little bit upgrade. A little more bump in power, I think, would go a long ways. I mean, I like the aerodynamics of it. You know, I fit perfect on it. I mean, I'm short and fat, so it fits good. This is the four-wheel drive. You have no locker. You have two-wheel, and you just push that for four-wheel. Shut that off. But yeah, we're going to be doing more riding impressions on this. And this one also has, it's the automatic, but it's the DCT or whatever they said. DCT. So what you do is, there's a button right here. You can be in auto or electronic shift. So when you're running, you can shift it, pushing up on the button. And as you accelerate, you can push the button to go up in gear, which obviously I'm not moving, so you can't. But if you're in this mode, and you put it in gear, instead of it saying 1, it says drive. And it'll automatically shift like an automatic transmission. As you go, it'll shift up, and it'll downshift as needed. It's kind of a jerky system. I'm not, you know, too fond of it, but it was nice just blasting through the woods, not worrying about what gear I was in. It always seemed like if I let off a little bit and then hit it, it would always downshift and then power through, which I liked. But we're going to be using this more, and I'm going to be getting some more riding reviews. Using this gimbal I haven't used in a while. But a lot of you guys that follow me know I do scrap metal removal. You see this truck right here. I have my own scrap metal removal business and stuff. And you guys new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because we're going to be doing some long-term things with this. Some long trail riding. I'm going to be going on state land and seeing how many miles we can pile on this baby. I bought a helmet. I'm going to get a GoPro that's attached to my face. So we're going to be doing some riding videos, and just, you know, that's what the name of the channel is, Adventures with Mike 1. So if you want to see some adventures with this machine, and hopefully I can get some more different machines to put on the channel. I have a bunch of friends that have a bunch of newer machines. A buddy of mine just bought the Can-Am 1000R. It was $16,000. So he said, I'll go riding with you. There's a place over here, Lost Trails, we're going to go to. So yeah, the only color they had was this red, the Honda Racing Red, and the olive green, I think it is. It might not be race red, but we'll call it race red. But yeah, I think this is an awesome base model machine. Price. This one, the electronic power steering, I think was like $300 or $400 more. This one was $86. You can get a regular manual shift one too, if you don't want the even less drama and you want just a regular floor shift and don't have to worry about the electronic shift. That's not your style. You want to bang your own gears. Rusty Palmer's in Honesdale, Pennsylvania had one. It was like, I think it was like $7,200. It was less, but those are solid axle ones with the drum brakes. Say I wanted the independent suspension because I sat on the other ones, stupid bugs. I sat on some of the other ones with the straight axle, and even if I put these shocks all the way up, it still was squatted. I'm about 250-pound guy, so that might not be good for you big dudes. If you know, you might need a little more power, or might need something with a little more suspension. I mean, nobody beats Honda's reliability. Like I said, you can't go wrong with Honda. I've owned plenty of Honda machines. I've had 250Rs. I had Honda 250EXs, 400EX. I mean, we used to bang out everything. You pretty much name it Honda. Other than the Honda, what was it, a 350X. Anybody got 350X? Put it in the comments. You guys that like Hondas, man. You got a 350X four-wheeler, you might have to talk. All the ones I see here, either people want stupid money for or roached out. But yeah, the lights look nice. It got a little scratched up in the back of my truck. I had it in the back of my truck with scrap metal. I had to pick scrap up this morning and then go pick this up. But yeah, so you guys want to see more about this machine? You know, leave it in the comments what you want me to do with it. We're going to see how far we can push the stock tires. I think that's the #1 downfall. But they had some 6-ply mud lights over at Rusty's for $440. So we might be switching them. I might run them for as long as I can and see what the limitations are in rock crawling and stuff like that. A lot of people say that they get holes and puncture pretty easy going over rough stuff. But all right, that's just a mini walk around of my 23 Honda Rancher 4x4. All right, I'll see you guys later.